Alrighty, here we go. Another Wednesday live stream. Last couple weeks I've been doing Q&A. I'm going to do something a little different this week. It has to do with a video I've got coming out later today. I'm actually going to be releasing a YouTube video at the end of the stream, so hopefully everybody will go watch it. But kind of wanted to talk about things I found in the process of making this video, because the video is about how I came up in the music business, like the weird things that happen in the music business. And I don't want to give away too much of the video because the video has to do with the idea of fate or your destiny or how much you choose to move ahead. But mine is kind of strange because my path has been very bizarre. So the video is about some of the strange people I met. And it's also, but in the process of making the video, I was doing some research. So I was finding some cool pictures. I'm going to show some pictures here in a minute of some of the people I worked with. But also, I was trying to find some recordings from some projects I did. And this right here, this is my, this is a DAT machine. So back in the day, this is probably I think this is the first digital recorder I ever bought. And then in the days when we were still recording all analog, we got to where we could mix down digitally to these things called DAT machines. And I'll show you one of the tapes right here. They look like little VHS tapes. This is what we would mix down to. Oh, hold on, let me go to the front screen. It's basically just like a little mini VHS. And I did a lot of work with this for years. My early Lil Jon stuff, all the rap stuff, we mixed down to this. And I was digging through boxes, and what was interesting is I was looking for some instrumental mixes of this probably my first real rap project I worked on. And I was like, oh, I don't think we did instrumental mixes. So I started digging through the boxes and actually found one of these tapes that had the instrumental mixes on it. And what was amazing about it is I haven't used this machine in 25 years, and some of these tapes I've not pulled out of the box in 25 years. I just pulled it out and I was able to start playing this stuff right away. Hey Warren, what's up? And I just want to contrast that with the hell I've been through lately, looking for old songs on hard drives, trying different formats, and I've had these sitting in these little boxes here for God, I don't know how long, and it was just one of those things. It's like tape, even digital tape. You just keep it in the box, you keep it in a fairly good place, and decades later I can pull it out and actually play something. Hey, Ethers, what's up? So anyway, in the process of making this video, and I'm going to play some of this stuff. I've actually got some, my first thing I ever recorded, Lil Jon, some weird originals. I've got some other tapes here. I'm not even sure. This just says sounds, and I was looking on it. It says, High and Fast Rick, and I think that might have been something with Rick Beato playing guitar. I don't know. Spring Jingle? Weird guitar? I don't know. I don't even know what this stuff is, and some of it I do. And also, I found this. These are more DAT tapes from mixdowns from, I don't know if you can read it, but we've got Chyna White, there's some Lil Jon stuff, Justin Hale, what else I got? Some Michelle Malone, a band called Rev 7 that I did with Rick Beato. I got some Left Front Tire mixes on here. Unplugged Planet. Staryard. I've got a Staryard. I should probably get these back to them. They never came back for this stuff. But these are just tons of... I got a brand new DAT tape right here. This one's never been opened. I guess I could actually record to it. But yeah, this is what we used to mix down to. And I guess I'll play some of this stuff. It's still a little crazy today. So, yeah, digital tape was the way we recorded. And actually, one of my first projects I did kind of professionally in a professional studio was on a Mitsubishi 32-track digital machine. I've got it. I've got a shot of it in the video I got coming out later today. So right now, hold on. I want to play something here. I'm just going to review some of this stuff, and then I'll kind of get on with showing some stuff about the video. So here's the story, and there's a little bit more about this in the video, but probably the real first rap thing that kind of moved me ahead was this project called Full Contact Sports. Here's the tape for that, and it was from this CD. Oh, I got it in my scanner here. I still got everything set. Oh, no, that ain't it. Oh, here it is. So this is the cover. It's called Full Contact Sports. I kind of got talked into doing this. I never made any money. Actually, almost went broke on this thing, but it changed my life. And had Bone Crusher. It's how I met Bone Crusher and Lil Jon and Lyrical Giants and just a bunch of people in here. And there are a lot of people kind of hanging out. It's how I met just that whole crew. And I'm going to play something on here I forgot I had. This is actually probably the first thing I ever recorded, Lil Jon. He's on the hook, and it's on this album, which we're probably going to re-release. But let's hope this is working. So this is called Pop the Trunk. I think this is it. That ain't it. Hold on. What is this? That ain't it. Hold on. I don't know. What the hell was that? That was kind of cool. Oh, where's the box for this? I don't know. That was... I put the box down. Okay. That was really cool, but I think it's coming up next. Oh, man. I can't remember where I put the box. Oh, here it goes. You ain't no nigga. We call the drunk nigga. And thug is fuck is stuck nigga. You ain't no nigga. We call the drunk nigga. And thug is fuck is stuck nigga. You ain't no nigga. We call the drunk nigga. Here's a picture of Lil Jon hanging out at the studio. This would have been probably after this album came out. This is with the guy who ran Tommy Boy Records, Tom Silverman. There's Lil Jon. There's Vince Phillips, his lawyer and manager, business partner. There's Bizarre from the Lyrical Giants. And let's see, hold on. I think I got Bone Crusher in here somewhere. I found all these pictures too. Oh yeah. Hold on. Where is it? Oh man. Well, here's Bone and the Lyrical Giants. These are pictures we did from making the album. Yeah, so that's Bone. This is Baby B. This is Bizarre. This is Pooh Bear, and I actually don't know who this guy is, but he must have been important because they let him in the picture. And I'm playing guitar on this, and I mixed it. I probably co-produced this as well. Did YouTube come online? Yeah. Weird. I don't know if anybody got...
No, the YouTube notifications came through. Huh? YouTube notifications came through. Okay.
Oh, and this was all recorded analog, by the way. We recorded this to my 16-track reel-to-reel, and then I mixed it down to this. I played guitar on this. I don't know if this is a bass sample or somebody playing bass. It sounds like a fretless bass, and at that time I was working with a jazz group, and I'm actually going to play some of their stuff later, so it might have been Mike Gray?
Oh, wow.
Would Mike Gray?
Maybe
Would Mike Gray have come down and worked on this album?
No idea.
Hold on.
I mean, if you asked him to.
Yeah, it might have been, because I was trying to figure out who played bass on this thing. It's so this stuff's so old. So that was from Full Contact Sports. And let me see if I'm trying to find the box, man. I was kind of running ragged trying to get ready for it today. Oh, here it is. Hold on. That's Pop the Trunk. So that was Lil Jon. And the other one, there was one called Light to Dark that I liked. Let me just go back. Fuck it. I'll just, look at this. This is back in the day when you would mix, because I was mixing on an analog console. You had to practice your moves. You had to sit here like for instance here, so back then, of course, I got a mess here. This is back before doing it on computers. You would, during a mix, you would have to get your fades right. Oh, in this part of the song, this fade needs to be here. This fader needs to be here. Oh, in this part of the song, this fader needs to be here. And you'd put little pieces of tape here and mark the spot. Maybe you'd have to practice these moves. So when you were mixing, you had to do multiple versions and see if you got it right. A mix was actual performance. When you mixed, you would perform the mix. And sometimes it'd be 3 people around the mixer. Oh, you got the first 8 faders, I got the next 8 faders, somebody has got these 8 faders, and then you do multiple mixes. So when you look at these old tapes, you'll see different versions of the mix. And actually, I've got 3 ADAT tapes where I went through the whole album and did multiple mixes 3 times to get the mix right. Yeah, live mixing, exactly, Roximo, totally. So let me, I rewound back to the damn beginning. Hold on. I'm going to play some more from this. Oh, actually, I like this one. This one's called Crusin Down 285, and let's see who produced this. Can't remember. This is Chris Vermillion with Bone Crusher on the lead. So that's Bone Crusher. This is Bone Crusher with Chris Vermillion, who produced this track. This would have been in the late 90s. I'm not sure what year we put the album out, to be honest with you. But that's them working on the record right there.
I'm still trying to break the story into pieces. And Super Sound Records buying the latest releases. Told my folks be on the lookout for the LG album. Some niggas said it probably be sorry as the Falcons. Y'all niggas don't represent.
Yeah, you should be able to run analog compressors, ethers through the analog buses. I'm not familiar with a Soundcraft 22, MTK 22, but yeah, I mean, you should be able to do almost anything you want on a on an analog console. Now there's another one, so that was Bizarre doing some of that, and I want to find. Hold on. It's crazy that, you know, that's what we were using, these little tapes right here, little DAT tapes. And you'd have to go down to Tape Warehouse and buy the tapes, and I had stacks of these things. Let's see, actually, I'm going to jump to something else, or some stuff I'm curious about. So I found this right here, and this is something I recorded, I don't even know what year I recorded this. It says Illusion. I remember working on the song. Because there's actually a part in it where I've got a friend who's like making a speech about something. I don't remember. And I literally haven't played this. I queued it up, so I know where the start is. I've not played this. I've not heard this song in 20 years or more, so I have no idea. It might be terrible, but I'm going to play it. And I wonder if I have any pictures of what I looked like back then. Actually, you know, hold on. I'm going to see if I can find something here. Pics, scans, me. I mean, it's kind of crazy, like...
Hey, Maxim
K's on here. All right, so this is something I recorded in, this would have been like sometime in the 90s, and I looked like that, basically, younger. Okay, so here we go. I'm going to play this. This is called Illusion. See what it sounds like. Should be playing. Ooh. I was doing some real artsy stuff back then. That's a Juno 106, I can tell. Oh, it's almost like some Enigma stuff. Oh, yeah. I used to like these long intros, too. Yeah, this is what I would have looked like back then. I was so young. No gray hair. Whoa! I gotta crank this up. Do you remember this song?
No, but is this the one that had Jonathan do a monologue?
There's a speech in here. Like, he's supposed to be like a professor doing a, I guess, a lecture or something. Ooh, I like these vocals. This is when I started to figure out how to sing a little better. Yeah, ethers, well, you know what I say? Screw them. I'm doing long intros. I like this.
Oh, I remember this.
Oh, man. Oh, that's Mike Gray playing bass.
Yeah, totally.
I can hear the bass in there. Yes, Casey, very Phil Collins. I didn't think about that. The vocals are mixed very low, though. Ooh, I like these melodies. That's what I'm playing off of these tapes right here, DAT tapes. Yes, so these are DAT tapes. This is what we used to mix down to. They're called DAT tapes and digital recorders. Right here. I've not heard this in 25 years or more. Thanks, James. God dang, I'm 2 minutes and I'm finally getting to this chorus. Oh, I think this might be the speech right here. Yeah, this is it. That was Jonathan Cooper. And it's panning back and forth because he's making a lecture. This is some artsy stuff. Woo! Yes, digital tapes. God, I swear, this is so cool. I should have turned his speech up because I wrote it for him and it was actually cool. I was like, oh, I just want to barely hear it. I don't know what he's saying. All right, okay. I'm gonna put that on my next album. I swear that was. I think I have the instrumental because I will want to redo the bridge section. That was so cool. Because I'll be honest with you, I pulled out some of these tapes and you know, some of these. Oh, where did I put the one I was showing everybody? I'm very confused today. Yeah. So I pulled out some of these tapes and it's like, oh, that's some old stuff, you know? And I listened to them like, oh, that was terrible sounding. So I wasn't sure if my vocals would sound good, but I actually really like that one a lot. I will be coming back to that. So that will go on the album. But the guy the bass player who was playing in that, and also the song that I did with Lil Jon, like the first one I did with Lil Jon, he's a jazz bass player. I'm pretty sure that's him playing bass. They had a group called Grout, not the rock band Grout that I worked with. And the piano player, main composer, lived in the house with me where I had the studio. And I'm pretty sure, I don't even know if I have any CDs left. They broke up, but I think this is... I don't know if these are final mixes. I think this is the same band. I think this is them. Let me just play it. It's very, very jazzy. Here we go. I think this is them. Yeah. Yeah, I got a couple pictures of them. Hold on, I'm going to bring them up here. Is that them? Or is this some other group? I swear it's been so long. Hold on, let me go to the next song. I will recognize some of the songs. It just said Grout mixes. Second day session? I don't know.
Yeah, well, I mean, wouldn't that have had to have been Jonathan and...
Oh, no, hold on. Same song. We got that multiple mixes because, as usual, like I said, because we were, you know, we had to practice the mixes and practice the fader moves, you would do multiple mixes, which is why, you know, it's like this. Multiple mixes. I think this is them. God, it's been so long I can't remember. And it was this guy. So this guy right here playing the piano. And let's see. This guy right here on the right or your left. Yeah, I guess that's it. Dude, I just remember this. Oh, hold on. I want to check one more song real quick. So, because I have 3 on here. That was called Grenada. I just remember that stuff being way heavier hitting. But yeah, in case anybody's wondering, I'm listening to old DAT tapes, which are these things right here. This is what we used to mix down to. And no, ethers, I never have used a vocoder. Oh, hold on. God, back then, I was doing so many sessions back then. I'd have the jazz group in, and I had a bunch of Middle Eastern music people coming in, and... I mean, I know I recorded these drums, but... I mean, it's got to be them. It's drums, bass, and piano.
It's got to be them, yeah.
Yeah, it's got to be them.
I think I remember this song.
You know, it's funny, back then, I thought the stuff was so weird and you know, just out there, and now it's like, oh, it just sounds like jazz. I guess I got more used to jazz music. But they practiced all the time. And when we did this album, I actually rented a Steinway grand piano and had it put in my studio. There was barely any room for it because my studio wasn't that big. Oh man, where did I put the box? Oh man, I'm over here mixing shit up. Illusion goes here, Grout goes okay, so let's see, what else do we have here? Oh, so this is something. Hold on. Oh, I have no, not that. Not that. Hold on. There was something that I did with oh my God, I got so many. Well, this says, okay, this tape says BME Work Tape. So BME is Black Market Entertainment, which is Lil Jon and Vince Phillips' company. That's, you know, that's his LLC. When I started working with Lil Jon, he was over there a lot, and we did multiple projects. And this is this tape here. Yeah, BME Work Tape, Work Tape 1. And you know the thing, because you couldn't save this stuff in a computer, you know, it's all analog. You know, you do a quick mix, you can't pull that back up. What you would do is just at the end of the session, you would go ahead and record them, whatever you had, just to have it, just in case. So that's probably what this is. So it says, oh, there's a song on here called Tired. And I like that one because I remember in the early days of working with Lil Jon, he'd always say, I'm tired, because he was working all the time. So I was
tired.
I have no idea. And now that I found these, I should probably return them to the people who own them. What is this? No, this is a different song. Or maybe he's...
What do I do? What do I do? Time is up, frustrated with my life. Time all this stress and strife. What do I do? What do I do? What?
So here's Lil Jon hanging out in my lounge.
When it comes to hunger pains, I leave the
Oh, that's... I don't know who that is. Maybe I'm playing guitar on here. I don't know. I don't know. Oh, it says, I don't have any dates on here. This would have been late 90s. Maybe 2000. I might have played guitar on it. I don't remember. I'm going to go ahead to the next one. I don't... Oh, wait a sec. I do. These are 2000. So, yeah, I do have a date on here. So, this would have been early 2000. No, that might have been 99. So, this is like... Yeah, that one was late. That was 99. This is 2000. This is something with Bone Crusher. And, you know, that's the thing, man. Like, you know, when you're an artist, we would record so many songs. So, like, probably most of these songs nobody's ever heard. They're things that didn't end up on the album. I've probably done hundreds of songs with Bone Crusher. And Lil Jon, I worked with constantly for over a year, 2 years, something like that. So there's a lot of this stuff. We just do songs and songs and songs and pick the best ones. That's something with Bone and Lil Jon. Let's see. Oh, you found a DA30. He gave me his DA30. That, hell yeah, man. That's cool, Herman. These are just tracks. These are just songs we're working on. These are all probably rough mixes at the end of the session. That's pretty interesting. I'm going to take that one out, though, because I got so many I want to listen to. I'm not going to be able to do them all on this live stream. But I think I'm at the halfway point. So before I play any more tapes, I just want to talk about this video I got coming out. I have a video coming out called Fabricating Fate. What the hell is the name of the video? It's Fabricating Fate, Taking Advantage of Chance Encounters. And it's kind of about how my career happened. This is the thumbnail for the video that'll... Oh, hold on. This is the thumbnail for the video that'll be coming out later today. So when I release it, I'm going to let everybody know. We're going to paste links up there, and if everybody could go watch it, I'd appreciate it. But it's a very interesting story about my life, you know, about how it all happened, because I had this idea about how it all happened. Then when I started going through old records and old videos and all that and talking to people, I realized, oh, but I kind of came down to certain things. And I'm going to play you the intro of the video right now. This is the beginning of the video that's coming out later today. So check this out. How did I go from being a musician, knocking around local clubs with a small home studio, to working on hit records and winning awards? Now, you might expect me to say something about networking or joining an organization, or maybe there's some sort of music business hack that we're keeping all secret, or some of the other crap you'll hear from the supposed experts online. But every story I've heard from the big artists I've worked with had nothing to do with any of that. They were all completely different and somewhat random. I'd never really thought much about the details about how I got to where I am until I did an interview with Rick Beato, because he asked me about my history and I just didn't know how to explain it. You know, like at the time, I can't remember the names, you know. Since then, I've spent a lot of time thinking about it, and I can tell you it wasn't part of some master plan, but it was about what happened when I crossed roads with a guy skipping school, an air conditioner repairman, Rick, and an overly eager artist manager, and how those 4 chance encounters ended up changing the course of my life. I got into music because I wanted to write songs and be a rock star. I had bands in high school and a little recording studio in my parents' basement. After that, I moved into my own place and I built a... So anyway, that's the little intro for the video that I'll be putting out later today. And, you know, I mentioned that I met Rick Beato. Here's a picture that was taken in the early days with Rick. Look, we all still had dark hair. This is Michelle Malone, and the drummer, oh my God, his name just went out of my head. This is, I swear I would know his name, except now I'm showing the damn picture, but he played on a lot of stuff. He actually played on a bunch of my stuff, and I'm just totally blanking out here. Sorry, man. He's probably not watching the stream anyway, but yeah, this would have been the late 90s, 98, 99, something like that, working on that. I actually found, okay, yeah, oh yeah, Herman, they would confuse ADAT and DATs. Now, here's another one I found. So this is another tape that I found. Oh, and let me see if I can find a picture of her on here. So there was an artist that I worked with. I met through Lil Jon. I wish I was trying to have this more ready. Oh, here it is. So there was an artist named Chyna White, and this is her. And she was on a project called Full-Time Family, which I've got an ADAT, actually. No, that's World Soul. I've got a Full-Time Family ADAT somewhere. I might play some of that. But she and I became friends. Actually, you can see me here in the corner of the picture right over there. And so this would have been like 2000 or something like that. And here's the tape. And we did this one song, and I remember she came in and she was making a bunch of noise because she had paper clothes. Like her clothes were made out of paper or something. And I had to have her take her shirt off, which was fine with me. She just had a bra on. But we did a song called Thug for Life, and this is the tape from that. I've got the rough mix and the final, and it's not something I was expecting to actually be on her album because, you know, it was very different. We just kind of did this for fun. I'm going to go to the final mix here. Yeah, here we go. So we did this for fun, but it actually ended up being in a movie soundtrack. So here this is just something we did for fun. Always got to have something backwards in the mix. She was tough and sweet. She had this weird mixture of being tough and sweet.
Trying to get there, yeah, I see them. All the big ballers, I see them. But trust me, they living life sitting, I won't be them. Ain't nothing wrong with wanting riches. I was born some vicious. Children of the corn, torn between good and bad. Yeah, I'm seeing these cats running the streets, running the heat. They living the sweet shit. I'm still trying.
I don't remember putting that in there.
I ain't gonna stop till I see love green, baby. 850 IV, baby. Get it out. You got rocks in your mouth, you gon' spit it out. Oh, they up in your ass, you gon' shit it out. 740 ill wood, tin it out. I'm a thug for life. Me and my whole crew gon' be in it out. I'm a thug for life, and I want all the eyes, give me the bonus life, soul to soul, we married for life.
We were just experimenting, just having fun back then. Yeah, it's kind of funny, like, it's like, obviously that's not going to end up on any albums, and they're certainly not going to play that in the club. It was just for fun, and then we got it in this movie called Love and a Bullet. It's like some sort of gangster movie thing, and we made some money off of it, but you know, because I had done it and I had a mix ready and I knew where the tapes were, and when Vince Phillips hit me up and said, hey, there's an offer for that song for a movie soundtrack, I was able to deliver the stems the next day. That's how you make it happen. Okay, I'm going to pull up this DAT tape. Yeah, James, it was called Love and a Bullet. I never actually watched it. So here's another one. This is another DAT. It just says sounds. I don't know what this is. Probably just weird things that, you know, I recorded, you know, along the way. I'm going to put this in here. Let's see. It says, I don't know. It's just like sounds. I mean, this is, I guess, a way to sample things before we had computers. Oh, hold on. I got to go back. Whoop. I don't know why. I don't know what that is. Hold on. I just put things in here. Hold on. I'm going to go back. Space Guitar Mark. Now, Mark, that would probably be the lead singer from Billionaire, Rick Beato's group. I don't know why else there would be somebody named Mark playing guitar. Probably about a minute in. I'd always roll forward about a minute. Oh, no, this one starts earlier. Okay. Oh. Ooh, I should sample that. That's probably just something that happened during a session, and I don't know. Goes on for a minute. That's cool. I think I'll sample that. Yeah, some of these tapes I've not listened to in 25, 30, maybe 30, yeah, maybe about 25 years. This is Rick Beato playing something. Probably just fucking around. Maybe I'll sample it. Let's see what else I got on here. Let's see. Pink Floyd like. Ooh! Oh yeah, that's very much. What's that song? Oh my God, it's off Metal or something like that. Back when we used to do cool stuff, before everybody was so worried about having hit songs, we could just do cool stuff, you know? I mean, we were trying to have hit songs back then, but we were way more artistic for sure.
The drummer's name was Darren Dodd.
Darren Dodd, that was, okay. Darren Dodd. That was Darren Dodd. It is Darren Dodd. I don't know why I kept thinking it was like Wallace or something.
Not to change the subject, but I found it.
Yeah. Oh, what is this? This is, I don't know what that was. That was really pretty. Yeah, there's all sorts of weird stuff on here. This is just a tape of just weird sounds. And since it wasn't on a computer, you had to record it down somewhere. You had to do it right then. So sometimes I just have a tape ready and just like grab something. Let's see, what else do I got here? Oh, okay, so this is a band called World Soul. Unfortunately, I don't know if I have any pictures. Oh, wait, I got some pictures.
We have some somewhere.
I've got okay, I do actually have, hold on. So this is another DAT. This is, what's the date on here? There's no, oh, this is 1998. Did this in 1998. There's the proof. See where it says that? And I don't know. I did a lot of projects with World Soul, and I'm still really, really close friends with George, the singer. Let me see if I can find a picture of George. What is that? Oh, yeah. Here's George. There's George. That's, I think, the only real good picture I have of him.
We gotta have something somewhere.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, of those days, yeah. Such a cool group. Now, what's funny is that he would do this thing where he would like, I remember one time I was recording him and I set up the mic and he starts singing. He sings the first line and then he doesn't sing the second line. And I'm like, hey, you know, you good? And he said, keep that. Punch me in on the next line. So I punch him in on the next line. He sings it and he stops. It's like, yeah, all right. He said, nah, cool. Keep that line. Punch me in after that. And he was actually writing as we were going through. Like he would just stop and just come up with something on the fly, which I'd never seen anybody do before. And in case anybody's wondering, I'm listening back to these DAT tapes. These are how we used to mix down back in the day when we were still doing everything analog, mixing on a board before we had the computers. And this is this right here would have been my first digital machine. It was just a 2-track for mix down. I pulled this out recently, hadn't turned it on in decades, and it works. And the tape still works. I'm able to pull up stuff. And the reason I got into this is because I got a video coming out later today. And I needed to pull up some instrumental tracks from a particular project. So that's, I'm sticking the wrong tape in here again. Hold on. This goes here. So that is World Soul. Boy, I could make a whole video about those guys.
Yeah. And
like
Soy Bass.
Soy Bass, which was another very kind of
Variation of the band
well,
after.
Yeah, kind of. Okay, I'm going to go back to Full Contact Sports, which is the album that I was kind of really got me into the rap scene in Atlanta. Okay, Light to Dark. I want to play this one. I think it's this one. So it's so the history of this, and it's in the video I've got coming out later today. Here's the album cover. And my friend Chris Vermillion, who is, well, I don't want to give away too much. You have to see the video to hear the whole story. But I did this album. It had tons of hip-hop rap people on it. It was kind of my introduction into the scene. It's how I met Lil Jon. And I ended up, producing on some of this stuff. And there's one song on here I always really liked. I haven't listened to this in a minute. Hold on. I got to go. That's Bone. I'm not sure what song this is. See if I got some more pictures from those days. Oh yeah, here's most of the crew. So when we were done working on the album, we went to Piedmont Park. This is probably one of the first things I ever recorded with Bone. I didn't really know him that well when we did this album, but that's how we became friends. But there's a lot of people in this picture right here that were really important in the early days of hip-hop in Atlanta and my life. And I just would like to do a shout out to DJ Sky. He was one of my business partners at the time. He was a DJ on the album, but he also took all these pictures. I've got like 100 of these black and whites. I meant to go pull more up, but that's DJ Sky. And let's see if I've got anything else. Oh, here's one of my favorite pictures from those times. That's actually Bizarre. I think that's Bizarre rapping right now. And there's Pooh Bear. There's me. And Chris Vermillion, who talked me into working on rap music. So this was at Piedmont Park in the late 90s. Yeah, and we recorded it all analog, by the way. That was all on analog reel-to-reels and then mixed down to DAT tapes. But there's this one track I really like. Oh, that's Hands in the Air. Oh, yeah, this one. I love this one. Bizarre.
Night the South in the house, let me hear you holler true. Got the West craving, East Coast scream too. Up north, all the way down to the Midwest. We down with all y'all niggas. Let's all have a bud fest. First things first, let's all kick a verse so we can see who's the man with no time to rehearse. The best to be on point, you better be sharp, cause only real MCs bring the light to the dog. The conversation that I had made me.
Yeah, I'm playing guitar on this. That's Jeremy, Still True.
People ain't used to death when it's let in. So what do you say? What do you say? You gotta say something. Turn my mind on and sound like the summer body's pumping. You can't touch it cause I do the stuff that makes your skin blister. Blindfolded, but remember I'm still watching you, mister. You can stab me in one eye, but I only need one eye to watch you. It's in my memory like videotape. Remember, I caught you. I fought you MCs, your petty things, your diamond rings are still true. To my heart, you can't feel what I bring. I never said that it couldn't get complex, but it's dope. It pumps like bathrooms with liquid hand soap. I'm here to clean the stereotypes.
And hopefully we'll be re-releasing this stuff. I need to do a whole video about this thing.
Maybe it might help if I threw you off a building, but I break it down like boxes after moving. Speaking of moving, I you hold your butt to the grooving. I'm an MC's MC, take on friend and enemy. Vibing with hip hop since late 70s. I can switch up the style, but it's all heavenly. All you suckers that think you got it, stop sweating me.
Oh yeah. One of the things that was cool about working on rap music is I could just do fun things on guitar and nobody would stop me. You know, the rock projects, people are always trying to tell me not to do things. You know, I can't do that. The rap guys are always like, yeah, do whatever, man. Just do whatever. Yes, Pokey Newmans. Yes, World Soul was the name of the band. I don't even know if the stuff's up online, to be honest with you.
I'm looking for it. I just texted George to ask him if he can send me a link.
Yeah, I don't know why he didn't put that stuff up. I'm still friends with those guys, and, you know, Thanks, Stink City. Yeah, she's actually Pookie. Kit over here is going to hit up George and see if he can post some of this stuff because all the songs are really cool. You're right, it's very like Dave Matthews-y type stuff. Man, I loved working on this project. It literally changed my life in ways I was talking about this morning. Hard to describe, you know? Yes, Roxy Mo, I don't like people, you know, telling me I can't do something. I want to be able to be creative. And you know, that was the thing with like hip hop, like rock and roll. There was always these discussions. I'd come up with the idea and everybody like, we should talk about it. And it's like with hip hop and rap, I'd come up with an idea and they'd be like, go ahead, try it. And if it worked, it worked. If it did, it did. I mean, didn't, it didn't, you know? And just the willingness to try things. And part of it was like, none of these guys knew anything about music. They would know keys, not all of them, but most of them didn't know about keys or key changes or major or minor, but in a weird way that was kind of artistically freeing. So you were able to do more stuff because there weren't these rules, you know? Yes, Full Contact Sports. I don't think it's out.
That really is the name, Full Contact Sports.
Full Contact Sports is the name of the album, but it's not. I don't believe it's
released.
It's not released because, we just put it away for years, and I only started digging it out recently because I've been asked by several people to do a documentary about my studio, The Zone. So I started doing some interviews and then making videos about the past, which kind of got me down this whole rabbit hole with, you know, pulling out these tapes. I'm like, well, where are the mixes, you know? And that's when I started digging into the tape closet and finding these type things and forgetting all like, oh yeah, DAT tapes, and just pulling up this stuff and finding the most amazing stuff I'd forgotten about. And then also I found all these pictures of all the sessions, and I'm thinking I'm definitely re-releasing some of my stuff, but Full Contact Sports should come out. The World Soul stuff should be out. All of that stuff was just, whoops, my chair fell apart.
Meanwhile, shout out to some first-time chats over in Twitch. We've got So Cordova and Stink City and P.
Awesome.
Pajunk. You catching up on comments there?
Yeah, I'm kind of looking. I'm looking at the comments. I've been over here just yapping my jaw here, but yeah, I'm looking on the chats. There hadn't been. No, I answered that question. Yeah, today's just like reminiscence, you know, and reminiscing.
I'm over here digging around on the internet, trying to find, you know, some of these bands and releases that you're playing, because some of them were kind of released and others not so much, but not much luck for the most part.
Yeah, I'm looking at more tapes here too. Like, what's this? There's a Bohagan thing. Did something with Bohagan, more Chyna White, some Lyrical Giants. I mean, it's, you know, and I want to find. Hey, Kit, talk to everybody for a minute because I'm looking for this full-time family DAT. I set it aside because Vince Phillips wanted it. So just say something interesting for a minute here.
Say something
Come on,
interesting.
say something. Let me find this tape.
I need to, yeah. I keep saying, oh, yeah, I got to get prepared for when Billy just throws this in my lap and says, say something interesting. But I will, because Billy won't, I will plug his, both Twitch and YouTube now have ways that you can support your favorite channels that weren't there. Obviously, Twitch has always had some stuff, but they've introduced some new things. You can support our Twitch channel. I actually, honestly, am not 100% sure how it works, some of the new stuff. But if you look into it, there's other ways you can throw a little tip Billy's way. Instagram has nothing like that. So if you want to help us out, you can also run over to Patreon. You can put a little money in the tip jar. Or if you want to get some private consultations with Billy, whether it's like a mix review, talking about the music business, maybe some writing, whatever it is that you need, that you would like some, you know, one-on-one advice from Billy. There's a option on Patreon to do that once a month. And I know everybody who's done it so far has been really, really pleased. So that's an option too. And What are you still digging around?
I can't find the full-time family DAT, and I know I had it, and I put it aside, and now I don't know where it is. But I did. Okay, I found this. I think I told you this. Like I found this DAT here, and it says this is another DAT tape, and I was digging around, and I'm looking at the box, and it says. And you got to realize back then at the studio, at the Zone, it was like a party all the time. There's so many people. But it says full contact hidden mic. Hidden mic. I don't know what this is. And all I know is that sometimes when we would be working on stuff, like if I was in the control room and maybe somebody's doing a vocal, I had this other room off to the side, and it had... I was just kind of called it the lounge. It was, hold on, let me see if I still have the picture open here. Yeah, so this room here, this is where Lil Jon's hanging out in this room. In this room here, sometimes, oh, here it is. Sometimes people would be hanging out in this lounge, and sometimes people would start freestyle rapping. And I remember, oh, where did I just put the damn tape? Oh, yeah. I think one time I was like, oh, I'm just going to record what goes on in the other room. So this says hidden mic. Or it might have been maybe we're having a party and it was all the guys there. I have no idea. I hope this isn't bad.
Do we really want to just, play this live?
Well, yeah, I'm just going to play it live. Let's take a chance here, folks. Let's see what this is. What is this? Hold on.
Hold on, man. Give me a second to rewrite my thing. I just got... I lost my goddamn thing. We ain't got no ad read on, bro.
I'm going to go for it a little bit. I have no idea. But I guess I was probably trying to capture just weird stuff that happened, because there's always weird stuff.
All right, let's talk about some positive. Yeah, right.
What are you talking about?
But that's how like minds do though. You get on the topic and you just throw that shit at him. Just hit him in the head. Imagine you holding in your hand and hit him. Could you, man? Dude, that's out.
Oh, I can hear. I'm working on the mix for Pop the Trunk in the background or something like that.
Oh, I was telling about that time. Remember me, you, and Big Phil was out there, and the old boy hit that dude.
They're talking about a fight.
Down.
That motherfucker was like,
hey, he went to turn to run. Dude had a long arm. He just went. Wow.
That's funny. Like so many of their conversations are about a fight somebody got in.
He turned. He just went woo.
No, Ian. Strangely enough, Ian, I've had no errors so far.
His head just went straight down.
There might have been one tape that was a little weird last night.
all the time.
It felt like this.
I don't have any. I don't know anything about Midas boards at all, Gat. I only heard good things about him.
And the punch, because he was turning. So he was swinging his body around to run and just went boom.
That's Baby B talking about a fight. Okay, so there they are talking about a fight. Here, let me fast forward a little bit. Let's see. This is just a mic I had up in the other room, and I just let it roll for a while.
Yo, check it out. There's a rat fat ass nigga. I might snatch the pen out of this grenade.
Maybe somebody practicing their verses or something.
It's like more like Chinese
this lounge and this room right here. This is where everybody hung out in this room while I was working on the mix or recording. So that I just stuck the mic in there just because there's always something happening in this room.
On that velvet Victorian couch we found in a junk store.
Oh yeah, that couch is actually still there. Strangely enough,
it's having a rough life now.
Yeah, that thing is just barely alive.
I get some rat fat ass, I'm down with boning them, and down with my nigga Chris, he's so vicious.
Oh, he's just ad-libbing, he's just freestyling.
You cannot eat, I get some rat fat ass, I pass the mic.
That's Bizarre, who I just always thought was brilliant. I've not seen these guys in years. I see them on Facebook sometimes.
Beat to the czar and bang it to the beat. Motherfuckers couldn't save themselves.
I mean, they're just going on. They're just going on, and that's how it was at the studio back then. It was just like
there was a lot happening in different rooms all at once.
Yeah, there would be so many people. I remember sometimes because this studio was in my house, and there would just be like 20 people in the house, just in different rooms, and there were always things going on. But yeah, so the reason I found all these tapes and started digging in is because of working on this video. And I'm going to play another little excerpt of this video that I've got coming out. just in a few minutes. So I'm going to play the ending just because I don't know if many people are going to actually see the ending, but this is the ending of the video, and I'm not giving anything away by playing the ending. You'll have to see the whole video, but I want to play this because I really like what I did. So here's the ending of the video that's coming out today. But for me, what was more important was what I learned from all the people that Michael introduced me to. All of them had this different way of looking at the music business, which was they put their creation, their music, their art, and their lives ahead of the typical music business ass-kissing, claw your way up sort of stuff. And it kind of brought me back to why I originally got into music, which was to be an artist, to be a creator, and to make new things, which was like this big, huge circle that brought me right back to here. But how did it all happen? I mean, the chances of any of those things happening to another person are so unlikely that you'd say it has to be fate. But I caused it to happen by taking advantage of unlikely events, because that's where you're going to meet the person who could change your life, as long as you're willing to go for the ride.
While I sit up in my tree, words fall through me, my soul like shiny dancing snow.
So that's the end of the video, and that's a song of mine that I did from my Frisbee Bomb Craters album, which is around here somewhere. But it's in the video. You'll see it in the video. And yes, Pulse 3, yes, this will be up on YouTube as soon as I'm done, which I'm going to end soon here. And I'm going to actually go ahead and make...
I just found a link to on YouTube, one of the World Soul songs off the album, so I posted that on YouTube.
Oh, yeah, cool. Put it up there. Oh, and in case you just want to know what the thumbnail is going to look like from from today's thing... from today's stream, it'll look kind of like what you're seeing here. Where is it? Yeah, if you want to find it, the thumbnail is this. So that'll be the thumbnail if you want to find today's live stream. And the video that I'm putting out here in a few minutes is this. This is the thumbnail for the video I'll be putting out literally in just a few minutes. And actually, let me go ahead and do it right now. I'm going to hit the publish button. Where is it? Oh, here we go. I'm going to go private. I'm going to go public. Done. We are public, so the video just came out at this moment. Let me get the link here.
How did I go from being a musician?
Stop.
Knocking around local clubs with...
Okay. Okay, Kit, you should have it should be live for you, so go ahead and put the links on here.
Yes, Casey, public release.
Yeah, so putting this out, and it's a story about, it's how I met all these crazy people. The video is kind of like meeting these people, how they changed my life, how did I move forward, you know, in my career. This guy here, this guy. It's a really funny story about meeting him and how that came to be and how it changed my life, and which led to meeting Lil Jon and Rick Beato. And there's another story that I didn't really show much earlier, and it is about this guy here. Hold on. This was a really weird story, and it's in the video. Let me find a good picture. Yeah, this guy here. So this guy here was really instrumental. This is Jeff Burdett, changed my life, but it was a chance meeting. And that's kind of what the video is about. So Kit's putting up links to it right now. And yeah, I just appreciate everybody to go watch it and check it out. It's kind of funny, and it does tell a little bit of the history of my studio, The Zone, and how I came up into the business, which is pretty crazy. And then kind of coming back to this. This was a life-changing thing, and I talk about this album as well. And I wish y'all could see. I've got more pictures. I just didn't bring them all out. But yeah, whoops. Oh, here we go. Yeah, there it is. A lot of people in here, life-changing experiences, and it's weird because you end up working and you don't really think about it that much, and then next thing you know, it's 20 years later, 30 years later, and you're like, how did all that happen? And that's kind of what this video is about. So everybody, please go check out the YouTube video. It's live right now, and it's just a continuation of the story. So I'll just play a little. Actually, I'll play a little bit more of the middle of it. Hold on, since everybody's here. Hold on. Let me see if I can find it here. Let's see. I'll go to this here. Okay, so right here.
Just remember thinking, well, they seem like interesting fellows. Now, before
Okay, hold on. This is another part of the video here.
Now, before I finish telling that story, I've got to stop right here and tell this other story because it was happening at the same exact time. And it involves another unusual person that I unexpectedly met that changed my life forever. In the mid-90s, I started to record a lot more rock bands from around Atlanta, and through Paul Diaz, I met a band named Shrunken Head that wanted me to record them. A couple days before the recording session, the drummer, Alex, calls me up and says, hey, I've got this guitar player friend that's going to come help out during the session. Is that cool with you? I was like, sure, man. So, partway through the session, this guy comes walking in who gets introduced as Rick Beato. But he doesn't have a guitar, and he just kind of comes in, hangs out in the control room, and he's really freaking intense. He's just got this kind of strange energy, and he's not doing anything at first, but once the band starts playing, he starts giving them his opinion and advice and all that kind of thing, and it kind of really bugged me because at that point I was trying to get more into production, and this guy's telling the band what to do, and I'm just like, damn it, dude, like, who the is this guy? Like, this is my fucking studio, man. He didn't really know much about the technical process. He didn't know what the gear did, but he knew about music, and some of his suggestions were damn good. And from the conversations he was having with the band, I could tell this guy had done something. He was somebody, and he was going to be somebody. And after that, I started getting phone calls from Rick, which is kind of funny because it was at the same time I was getting all these phone calls from Chris Vermillion. The phone calls were very similar. They'd be asking questions about technical stuff.
So that is a little snippet from the video. And if you want to see the rest, go to YouTube. Kit's posting links up there. Kit, why don't you go ahead and post the link on, I don't know if it'll work on...
I did post the video link on Instagram, but I also provided the title so that they can just go look for the title.
Yeah, and I'll have a link up in my profile as well. But that video is live now, so everybody go watch it. I'm going to end the stream because I've got to go now promote this video that I just put out. But I appreciate everybody watching me rant and rave about these DAT tapes.
Oh, you weren't ranting today.
If you missed the stream, it'll be up on my YouTube. You can go back and watch it. I'm talking about these DAT tapes and how some of these are decades old, and I found these, and I was playing some pretty interesting stuff. Yes, I do talk to Rick every once in a while, so Cordova, although it's kind of hard to reach him because he's really busy. But yeah, we're still friends. I've known Rick since '97. So anyway, I appreciate everybody watching. I'll be back next Wednesday. Go check out the video. Hey, Zen, what's up, man? Hell yeah. Chris Vermillion. Zen, go check out the video. Crystal just put a link up to it. So anyway, I'll be back next Wednesday. Everybody have a good day. I'll talk to you soon. Next Wednesday. take 2, take 3, take 4, take 5, take whatever.